Quantum leaps are much more than a scientific concept. They represent a profound truth about the nature of our existence and the infinite possibilities that we have before us. Every day, as we observe the world around us, we are participating in a dance of possibilities where every decision, every thought, and every action opens doors to new realities. The life you want is not a distant destination that you must reach, but a reality that already exists, throbbing with its own energy, waiting for you to expand your consciousness to recognize it. Quantum leaps are not leaps. In the traditional sense, they do not require physical movement or superhuman effort. They are an awakening, a recognition of what is already present in the field of all possibilities. Quantum physics has revealed to us that the universe is much more mysterious and fascinating than we ever imagined. Particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, and the reality we experience is intimately connected with our consciousness. This fundamental truth of the cosmos is reflected in our own ability to transform our lives in ways that might seem miraculous. Today, you will discover that quantum leaps are not random events nor privileges reserved for a few. They are a natural capacity that we all possess, a tool of transformation that is encoded in the very structure of our being through this knowledge. You will understand why some people seem to manifest dramatic changes in their lives while others remain in repetitive cycles. What you are about to learn is not a magic formula or a shortcut to success. It is an awakening to your true nature, a recognition of your inherent power to navigate the infinite possibilities that the universe offers you. Prepare to expand your understanding of what is possible to transform your perception of reality and your role in it. Quantum leaps are not only real, they are your birthright, your natural tool to create the life you long for. Many people are unaware that all possible realities coexist simultaneously, right now. This concept that may seem abstract at first glance has been studied by both scientists and mystics throughout history. The reality we experience is nothing more than one of the infinite layers of existence that are woven into the fabric of the cosmos. When we speak of multiple realities, we do not refer to distant dimensions or inaccessible parallel worlds. These realities are different aspects of our own existence, connected through what Jacobo Grinberg called the neural lattice, a synergistic network that links all consciousness and reality into a unified field. This field contains all the possibilities of what we can be and experience time as we perceive it. In our everyday experience is actually an illusion, created by our mind to make sense of the flow of events on a deeper level. All the possibilities of our life exist simultaneously as overlapping layers of an infinite cosmic pie. Every decision, every thought, every intention we manifest acts as a beacon illuminating one of these layers of reality. Quantum physics has shown that subatomic particles can exist in multiple states until they are observed in a similar way. Our life contains multiple potential states until our consciousness focuses on a specific reality. This process does not require a deep understanding of quantum mechanics. It is a natural ability that we all possess and use unconsciously every day. Imagine these realities as different frequencies on a cosmic radio. Each frequency exists simultaneously, broadcasting its own unique melody. Your consciousness is the dial that tunes the frequency you experience as your present reality. Quantum leaps do not involve creating something new from scratch, but tuning your consciousness to a different frequency that exists in the field of all possibilities. This understanding revolutionizes our way of understanding change and personal transformation. We do not need to laboriously build a new reality. We only need to align our consciousness with the one that already exists and resonates with our deepest aspirations. It is as if all the possible versions of yourself were waiting to be recognized and experienced. The unified field of consciousness that Grinberg described in his research allows us to understand why visualization and conscious intention are so powerful. They are not creating something new, but establishing connections with realities that already exist in the vast ocean of possibilities. This understanding frees us from the limitations of linear thinking and opens us up to a world of infinite potential. Consciousness is much more than a simple state of being awake. It is the primordial vehicle that allows us to navigate between the different layers of reality. When we truly understand the power of consciousness, we understand that it is the most transformative force in the universe, capable of modifying not only our perception, but the very structure of the reality that we experience the ability to visualize or imagine. A different reality is not a mere exercise in fantasy. When we are able to visualize something in our mind, we are detecting a signal, a frequency that already exists in the field of all possibilities. This is a crucial distinction. We are not creating something new. When we visualize, we are tuning into a reality that already exists. It is as if our consciousness were a highly sophisticated antenna, capable of picking up signals from different dimensions of experience. The power of observation goes beyond simply seeing. When we observe with conscious intention, we are actively participating in the manifestation of a specific reality. Our conscious observation of the possibilities in our life influences what reality materializes in our experience. There is a huge difference between imagining something and recognizing an existing reality. When we imagine, we often operate from a place of lack, attempting to create something that we perceive as absent. However, when we recognize a reality, we are operating from a place of abundance and certainty, knowing that what we wish to experience already exists. This shift in perspective is transformative in itself. Consciousness acts as a bridge between the different layers of reality. It is the means through which we can access expanded states of being and experience. We do not need to force or fight to create change in our life. We need to go with our consciousness to align ourselves with the frequency of reality we wish to experience. This process is natural and fluid when we understand its true nature. The true power of consciousness lies in its ability to maintain a state of coherence with the desired reality. It is not enough to hold back occasional moments of clarity or vision. Transformation occurs when our consciousness maintains a constant tune with the frequency of the reality we want to experience. It is like keeping a musical note perfectly tuned. It requires attention and practice, but the result is a perfect resonance with the desired reality. Our consciousness is the conductor of our life experience. Every thought, every emotion, every state of being that we consciously maintain contributes to the symphony of our reality. When we understand this, we begin to be more selective with the states of consciousness that we cultivate, knowing that each one of them is a seed that will blossom into our manifested experience. The transformative power of consciousness requires no effort but alignment. We do not need to push or force the changes we wish to see in our life. Instead, we need to cultivate a state of consciousness that is coherent with the reality we wish to experience. This is the true magic of quantum leaps. They occur naturally when our consciousness aligns with the correct frequency. Transformation through quantum leaps is supported by three essential foundations that operate in perfect harmony, allowing us to access the realities that we wish to experience. These pillars are like the deep roots that support the tree of our transformation, providing the stability and strength necessary to maintain the changes we manifest in our life. The expanded self-concept represents the first fundamental pillar in this transformation process. It is the highest image that we hold of ourselves, that which transcends the limitations that we have accepted as absolute truths. When we expand our self-concept, we begin to recognize ourselves as multidimensional beings capable of experiencing different states of reality. This expanded self-concept is not a fantasy or an exercise of imagination. It is the recognition of our true infinite nature. When we allow ourselves to inhabit this expanded understanding of who we are, The apparent barriers between our current and desired reality begin to naturally dissolve. Internal coherence emerges as the second pillar, acting as the bridge that connects our current state with the desired state. This coherence manifests when our thoughts, emotions, words, and actions align perfectly with the reality we wish to experience. It is not about pretending to be something we are not, but about recognizing and inhabiting the truth that we are already that which we wish to be. Internal coherence is established when we stop. We begin to fight against our current reality and begin to live from the state of consciousness of our desired reality. It is as if we were tuning our entire being to a specific frequency, allowing every aspect of our existence to vibrate in harmony with that new reality. The third pillar, release from attachment, is perhaps the most challenging and transformative. It involves letting go not only of our perceived limitations, but also the structures, relationships, and patterns that keep us anchored to a reality that no longer resonates with our true essence. This process of liberation does not mean abandoning or rejecting aspects of our life, but rather transcending the attachments that prevent us from expanding into new dimensions of experience. It is like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. It does not reject its past as a caterpillar, but must free itself from that limited form in order to express its true nature. These three pillars do not operate in isolation, but rather intertwine and mutually reinforce each other, creating a solid foundation for the quantum leap. When our self-concept naturally expands, we begin to establish greater internal coherence. This coherence, in turn, facilitates the process of releasing attachments that no longer serve our evolution. As we free ourselves from these attachments, our self-concept continues to expand, creating a virtuous cycle of transformation. The key to working with these pillars lies in recognizing that they are not goals to achieve, but states of being that we can inhabit in the present moment. We do not need to wait to be perfect in each of these aspects before experiencing a quantum leap. It is the continued commitment to these principles that generates the resonance field necessary for the transformation to occur naturally. When these three pillars are perfectly aligned, we experience what we could call a state of grace, where the quantum leap occurs effortlessly. Like the natural flow of water that finds its way, it is in this state of alignment where the magic of transformation unfolds, allowing us to access realities that previously seemed unattainable. The process of transformation through quantum leaps follows a natural rhythm that, although unique to each person, shares recognizable patterns that help us navigate the path with greater awareness and clarity. This journey of transformation unfolds as a dance between our current reality and that which we are beginning to recognize as our highest truth. The first sign that the transformation process is underway is a feeling of creative restlessness, an inner awakening that whispers to us that there are more possibilities than we have been experiencing. It is as if we can suddenly perceive frequencies that have always been there, but that we were previously unable to detect. This initial opening is accompanied by a natural expansion of our consciousness, where we begin to question the limitations that we had accepted as absolute truths. During this process, it is natural to encounter resistance. This resistance is not an obstacle to overcome, but an indicator that we are moving towards a new frequency of reality. Just as a muscle is strengthened through resistance, our consciousness expands through these moments of apparent tension. The key is not to fight against this resistance, but to observe it with compassion and understanding, recognizing it as a natural part of the transformation process. The present moment reveals itself as the portal through which we access new dimensions of experience. It is in the now, where we can tune in to the frequency of reality that we wish to experience. Each present moment offers us the opportunity to align ourselves with this new frequency, regardless of the external circumstances we are experiencing. The signs that the quantum leap is occurring can be subtle but profound. We begin to notice significant things in our daily life. Chance encounters that seem specifically designed to support our transformation. Our perception of time may be altered, and we may experience moments of crystal clarity where the desired reality feels more real than our current situation. Transformation is a continuous flow of expansion and recognition. Each step in this process brings us closer to the highest version of ourselves, not because we are changing who we are, but because we are more fully recognizing who we have always been. It is as if we are removing layers of limitation to reveal our true essence. This transformation process does not require us to abruptly abandon our current life. Instead, it invites us to dwell more and more consciously in the frequency of reality we wish to experience, allowing change to unfold organically and naturally. Transformation occurs at the exact moment we are ready to receive it, neither before nor after the entire universe is conspiring in your favor, orchestrating a perfect symphony of possibilities that align with you. Your task is not to force change or fight against what is your only job is to allow your consciousness to naturally expand into the recognition of who you really are. The transformation you seek is already in motion, manifesting with every breath conscious, in every moment of clarity, in every decision aligned with your deepest truth in the process. Trust your innate power to navigate between the infinite layers of reality. The quantum leap is not something you need to achieve. It is something that is already happening as you allow yourself to recognize and inhabit the truth of your infinite nature. The moment is now. The door is open, and your new reality is welcoming you. Allow me a second to send a special greeting to Juan Yaro Gallegos. Thank you very much for your support. As always, receive a big hug on behalf of the entire team. We thank you for staying with us one more day. See you soon. Stay awake.